So we just rented this commercial space and it's been sitting for a while. One thing, this backflow preventer was completely damaged from last winter. You can see the cover was bowed out, but for $470 in parts, I was able to easily swap that out. And compared to a pro install of $4,200, I saved big on this project. But I hear water running, so I suspect this is not our only problem. So rushing inside, and I can hear the water spraying, which we look inside the bathroom, and sure enough, we have a split copper line. So how do we repair this as good as a pro and save hundreds and hundreds of dollars in the process? So what we'll be comparing is fixing this with a SharkBite, specifically their new version, the SharkBite Max. This is a homeowner's best friend, very DIY friendly. There's a few things that you got to look out for, which I'll show you in this installation, but comparing this versus the pro version, which is called a ProPress. Now, some people in the comments and some plumbers would say, hey, you got to solder that up. It's going to last 100 years and SharkBite is garbage. But every plumber I've called out for the last 5 years has used ProPress, and I view these two products one and the same. I think they're going to last just as long. I have no problem burying SharkBite, but more about that in a few minutes after we fix this split copper pipe. So taking a closer look, you can see the damage starts at the top here and runs about an inch or so of the copper pipe. That's going to make a standard coupling a no-go for this repair. We're going to need something that can cover a little bit more, and also this is handy for tight spaces, called a slip coupling. So it'll slip past and then we can push it back up. We should be good to go. Now, cutting open the 1/2-inch copper line, I'm just using an auto cut tool, and you'll see the links in the description for all the different tools we use and also the SharkBite Max parts we use. But we'll cut out that bad section. Auto cut makes it an easy job. And then we'll look and see, okay, we got all of the damage off of that pipe, and we should be good to go. But first you want to deburr. You do not want copper slivers damaging the O-rings of the SharkBite Max. And this is the SharkBite deburring tool on the outside, but also a marking tool. And we just have enough on the top, which is 7/8 of an inch, and what we'll need for a 1/2-inch SharkBite Max. So we'll pass the slip joint beyond the point that we need, and then a release tool will help us push that slip joint back into place. Now that is all we need to do. It's literally a 5-minute fix. We can turn the water on and just check for any leaks, but we're looking good. So you can see how easy SharkBite is to use. And this thing is not sponsored. This is actually the stuff I use. I needed to get this bathroom up and running, so I went down and got a simple slip joint, and now I'm good to go. But why do I say that SharkBite compared to ProPress is pretty much one and the same? There are some differences, but when it comes to the useful life, when will it actually fail? I think SharkBite and ProPress have the same failure mode and often is not worth the expense of hiring the pro. So with the ProPress, it is actually a mechanical crimp. Here is a mechanical crimping tool from iWiz and kind of the DIYer's approach to doing ProPress. But inside is where we need to look. We both want to look on the inside of the ProPress fitting, but also on the inside of the SharkBite Max to show what would actually be the failure mode of these two fittings and why are they considered basically the same. So taking a closer look, you got the ProPress on this side, and then you got the SharkBite Max on this side. Now, two things. How does it mechanically hold onto the pipe? That is different between the two. This one, like you saw, is a crimp. So we're crimping a copper fitting onto a copper pipe. And this one is going to be the SharkBite feature itself. So we actually have the teeth here, the shark teeth, that is right here on the fitting. And you slide that on, it pushes past, and then it bites and will not let it go back down without depressing the ring, which then will release the teeth, and that's how you can remove your fitting, or how we could slip that slip coupling that we just used. So the shark teeth is what keeps SharkBite on the copper pipe and the mechanical crimp. That is different, but I have never seen a SharkBite fail because the teeth didn't hold and it just shot off the pipe. Never seen that. The failure was usually at an improperly installed fitting, and they didn't push it far enough onto the pipe, so you didn't get the O-ring seal. So here's the O-ring from the other side. So a copper pipe would come in here, but also a killer feature of this SharkBite is copper, CPVC, and PEX all work. So you can go copper in one way, PEX in the other, and that, for me, has come in super handy in like bathroom renovation projects in the past. You're not gonna be doing that with your ProPress. It's only taking copper in, And the other part, the sealing surface, these are the same. The sealing surface is a standard O-ring, and that's why I say really between the Pro installed ProPress, DIY installed SharkBite, assuming it's installed correctly, the failure mode is actually your O-ring, so that's why I consider these both the same, and I have no problem burying a SharkBite behind drywall. But let me know what you guys think down in the comments below the video. What has been your experience with SharkBite? And are you a DIYer or pro? I love hearing from you guys, and it helps everybody else that's looking to do DIY projects around their house. Now, you might have another classic plumbing issue, and you can check out this video right here. We'll walk you through how to actually stop that annoying leak at your outdoor spigot that pretty much all of us have at our home. Well, it is actually an easier fix than you think. So thanks for joining me on this video, and we'll catch you on that next one. Take care.